Well, hello everybody. I'm Dr. Davis. I will be doing this section on overcoming math anxiety. How many people actually have math anxiety when they take tests? Some people? Well, very good. That's actually where we're going to start. In front of you is a handout. It says, do you have math anxiety? It's a self-test, so I want us to go through it one question at a time. You're circling between 1 and 5. 1 is disagree, and at the highest, 5 is agree. Does everybody have an ink pen or a pencil? It says number 1, I cringe when I have to go to a math class. Between 1 and 5, how do you feel about it? Number 2, I am uneasy about going to the board in a math class. Number 3, I am afraid to ask questions in a math class.
I mostly just reread everything.
4, I am always worried about being called on in a math class. A lot of people are concerned about that. It's nerve-wracking when you get called on and you're not really sure about your answer.
Like if I could.
Number 5, I understand math now, but I worry that it's going to get really difficult soon.
List the ones I can and go back.
Number 6, I tend to zone out in math class. Number 7, I fear math tests more than any other kind. You fear math over all your other subjects that you're taking. Number 8, I don't know how to study for math tests. We're going to actually cover that in this presentation. Number 9, it's clear to me in math class, but when I go home, it's like I was never there. Lastly, number 10, I'm afraid I won't be able to keep up with the rest of the class. Now, this is a self-scoring test, so of course you need to total up all of the numbers that you have from 1 to 10. Total all of your numbers that you circled between 1 and 10. Once you do that, you should come up with the final number, either between 40 and 50, 30 and 39, 20 and 29, or 10 to 19. Go ahead and total it up.
Okay, so express agency is something like you actually need to. So like
you don't have to share your score with anybody, but this is a self-test to let you know whether you have math anxiety or not. Okay?
Or like
if you have between 40 and 50, it says sure thing you do have math anxiety. We'll talk more about that. 30 to 39, you have it, but technically you're more fearful than anxiety. 20 to 29, you're on the fence. 10 to 19, loose as a goose. So that means you do not have math anxiety. That's where we're going to start today. First of all, math anxiety, what is it? Does anybody know what it is? What do you believe that math anxiety is? Yes?
Having like fear or like a negative emotion or concept.
Correct. The definition says emotional reaction, as you mentioned, to mathematics based on a past or unpleasant experience which harms future learning. How many people have had negative experiences in math courses previously? Many people. So that shapes how you do in the future as it relates to math. So, in this presentation, we're going to do what we can to dispel some of those myths and go forward.
So you didn't necessarily agree to like work with each other?
First of all, why are you so afraid of math tests? Why? What are some reasons why you'd be afraid of a math test? Anybody?
So like, if you're saying a dance.
Afraid you're going to fail. Okay? What about doubt?
I feel you don't know yourself. You're all there.
Do you doubt yourself before you take an exam? Even if you've already sat in on all your classes and got different resources to help you? We've all done it before. Past experiences in math, or I just want to pass, but I clam up when the test comes. It happens to the best of us. So what do you do when you clam up during a test? Can you actually finish the test, or you just turn it in? What do you do?
You have to finish whenever the time runs out. You turn in your paper, but you may not not have all of it done.
That's true. So the thing about math anxiety, it causes you to shut down. And when you shut down, more than likely you're not on the last question. Because of that shutdown process, it's hard to keep yourself moving because you don't have the effective tips to keep going. Okay? That's why we're in this presentation, because oftentimes you just don't know what to do. How do you keep going? Well, there's ways to get beyond it. Math anxiety is a feeling of tension, apprehensions, or fear that interferes with math performance. Okay? Because of this math anxiety, there are lots of people who go to actual counselors. There are people who come to these sessions. There are those who meet with me privately or even in the Student Success Center to get help so that they can overcome the anxiety and do well on their math tests and even in the course. Who is your support system when it comes to math? Who's your support system? Does anybody have a support system for math? Who's your support system?
My professor.
Your professor? All right. How does he support you?
If I have a question, like I can go to his office hours and like ask him like, hey, I didn't quite get this in class. Can you further elaborate?
Okay, so you actually utilize his office hours. Okay. What else? Who supports you when it comes to learning math?
My brother's really good at it,
Your brother.
but he lives in Texas, so I can study.
Okay. So you're using technology to get help with math. What else? Who's your support system? Anybody else have a support system?
Mostly my high school teacher.
High school teachers. You all are still in contact. Very good. This is a picture of a family. Some people's support system is their family. My support system going through every type of math that I've gone through has been my family. And they never took that math, but they were there for moral support. What about friends? Do you have any friends that support you through learning math? Are they very positive, negative, a little bit of both? Are they helpful? That's the key. Not so helpful.
So, for example, if an intern...
Some are, some aren't. Okay, how do you find more positive friends? Because going through math, it's helpful when you have positive
Like an
people around.
intern working for an insurance company. You know,
People in class. So you connect with people in your class. Do you exchange emails, phone numbers, and so on and so forth?
signs off on contract.
Sharing notes. Okay. You study with these friends? All right. Those are other things to write down. Studying with friends. And these are friends who know as much as you do or more. Not those who know less. They
Even though
need
they're
to
not
know
actual
as much as you do or more.
So it's kind of like
How do you study for math
accidentally
tests?
contract, like, hey, this person wasn't supposed to do this.
Anybody?
or it's
How do you study? How do you study? With your friends. Okay. How do you study?
The online
Principal
math
mayor.
thing, FBA homework.
The unauthorized
things.
Mhm.
So they do have to.
How do you study?
It's not like someone hey, you know this now. They still have to.
I just had my high school teacher like print me out a thing for me to do, like a test.
Okay.
I don't know how to study for math.
So you have other resources that help you to study. Okay. How do you study?
I normally find all the formulas I need to know and like in the proper order, and then I would like quiz myself to memorize the proper order in the circumstances that would apply to this.
So you use flashcards?
Not really. It's more like I would have a sheet and then a whiteboard, and then I would like go, okay, I'm gonna go do this problem, turn it over, and do my best to write out all the equations.
Now, how long, or should I say, how long before the exam do you do the formula sheet?
Oh, the formula sheet is like the constant thing that's being updated as we go through class. That way
Okay.
everything's concise. And then, you know, I quiz myself periodically.
Okay. So please write down that you, if you have a formula sheet, begin learning it early. That way it'll be in your mind when it's time for the test. How do you study for test? With your friends, are they friends that know
So I
as
think
much
this
as
is
you
kind of
or
the
more?
first of agency by ratification.
More?
This
Okay.
is
Are they
with
helpful?
principals.
Okay. How do you study?
Just look over the notes and try to do work on same work on the notes.
Because
Do you get
the
tutored?
third person who was
Yeah, I go with
tutored
tutoring.
by the principal
How do you study?
thinks that they were an agent
Tutoring.
because of what.
All right, so tutoring's in there. A lot of people study by themselves. I do better when I study by myself in a quiet area. Because I know that oftentimes I love to listen to music. I love to be around people that are talking. But that's not the best study environment. What about with music on?
you let
No.
someone to believe something,
Why?
you have to follow through.
I can't do it.
It's not
Do
helpful
you
to
take
you.
any risk management?
What?
It's not like dubstep, I don't know that usually.
The only music that I can listen to is like
I was thinking
classical whenever I'm doing homework.
Classical.
That's the only one. Otherwise, I'm like jamming out.
Oh, yeah. That's my issue. With music's on, I'm always jamming the whole time. What about in the library or in your dorm? How many people can actually study in their dorm rooms? You do? Is it quiet?
I live in the far part floor.
Mm-hmm.
If they're not there, it's quiet. If they're there, it's
Okay. So finding where do you study the best is one of the key ways to minimize your anxiety. Find where you actually study and where you can be the best at studying. Ways to study for exams. You mentioned a formula sheet, flashcards, reviewing past assignments. Oftentimes going back to see what you missed on quizzes and tests can help you to get just that much better on your future exams. Think about studying early. We got a lot of people who procrastinate. They wait until the very last minute to study. Not a good time. Start early. I would even recommend every day you get daily homework, study at least 30 minutes a day. That way you get it internalized in your mind, so when it's time for the exam, you don't have to study as much. Go to your professor's office hours. I cannot tell you how many office hours I've had this semester, and I've had no visitors. No visitors.
My professor's never in there during his office hours.
Well, that's another story.
I had a professor telling me,
That's a whole nother story. The key is they should be in there to help you during the assigned office hours. But for those that are there, how many people actually utilize their office hours? Not many. Prepare an exam for yourself. In most of your classes, such as my math lab, I'm using Hawks Learning. There are ways for you to do tests or practice exams so that you can prepare for the exam ahead of time. And you don't have to wait until the day before the exam to do
So I
it.
think it's, they have to.
Review 20 to 25 minutes, shut it off. A lot of people want to study 2 to 3 hours on end. Guess how much you remember? First 20 to 25. For some people, the first 3 to 5. Okay? Because we are all of the millennial generation, we are used to being up and about and around. We need to have learning in short spurts of time. When it's in short time frames, you retain more. Do you have enough resources? Does anybody know all the resources that they have for math?
Kind of like agency.
Okay, you're sitting in one of them, Student Success Center. I actually tutor in here Tuesdays and Thursdays from 1 to 4. Okay, if you have questions, concerns, come and see me.
And even if they weren't.
The math department has its own tutor.
Because people thought there was.
Okay, they have a center that's open all day pretty much. If there's questions that you have, that's another resource. YouTube videos. One of my favorite people to watch on there is Math BFF. I like to watch her tutoring videos because she uses a light board. It looks like a clear picture frame, but she's writing on it, and I think it's just the coolest thing ever.
Yeah, it's with like a written.
Teacher tube videos, same as YouTube, but for teachers. But it's accessible to all students. Okay? Purple Math website. I've used Purple Math. I've even suggested Purple Math to a lot of students. Okay? They go through the actual problem, but it's just in word form. The reason why I suggested YouTube is because it's in video form.
Oh, yeah.
Okay? So decide whichever way you learn, whether it's text or visual. You have to decide which way you learn the best.
And then I can go back on that, I guess.
How do you combat math anxiety? This is where we'll be for a little while. Overcome negative self-talk. How many people actually do that? I don't know if I can pass the test. I don't know if I get to pass number 5. I don't know if I'll get a good grade on the test. In eliminating math anxiety, you have to overcome negative self-talk. Okay? Where there's a negative comment in your mind, replace it with, I can pass this test. And once I'm done, I'm going to go to Starbucks. Or I'll go out with my friends. You know, replace it with something positive. Ask questions. How many of you all ask questions in your math courses? Some? Okay. In class is the best time to ask a question. Let me tell you why. There's somebody who has the same question that you have. And if you ask it, well, 1, they won't have to answer. But 2, you'll get your questions answered right then and there. And as you mentioned, if they're not in office hours, at least you would have already gotten your question answered. Okay? Number 3, consider math a foreign language. It must be practiced. The way I've gotten so good at math is I do it every day. At least 30 minutes. I teach it at least an hour and a half. So I'm